Welcome, ladies and gents, to the York Castle Museum. We are, of course, back in York after defending ourselves from the invaders of Middlesbrough. They failed to penetrate our defences, but today, Peterborough, a fellow relegation battler in a possible six-pointer, will be looking to pick up a victory against us here today. So, hopefully we can defend ourselves from the Southerners coming up here. But since last episode, we do have a game to catch up on, as we did head away to the Potty Potters of Stoke. So let's see how we got on in that one. In today's only catch-up game and Shaking Stevens' debut, things took a while to get going. However, in the second half when they did, we was initially wishing they didn't, as Stoke took the lead. This, however, was short-lived as Shaking Stevens assisted the first of our two super subs in Lawless before Williams made it two. Sadly, Julian Draxler and one of the Gallaghers in the end wanted to ruin the party though, as they linked up on the 87th minute to make it 2-2. Okay, so with that singular catch-up game out of the way, it is of course time to crack on with today's main game, the big relegation six-pointer between possibly, arguably, the worst two teams in the league, us and Peterborough. As you can see, we are both slap bang bottom of the table. They are 2 goals better off right now, both only on 2 points, but a victory here today, even a 1-0 victory, will put us on a better goal difference, well, even goal difference with them, better than Swansea and QPR already, and we've got a game in hand over QPR as well, so it's not looking too bad. It's still within grasp. Now, a little bit of news. Will Adipan has got himself into the team of the week for the championship last week, which is a little bit weird considering we only managed to pick up a draw. Also, Zimba is finally happy to stay out of the club, although I'm not sure how long that's going to be for. And Norwood, yes, he did manage to squeeze himself into the squad registration because we sent a couple of people out on loan, sold a player, and well, we've got the room now. So, although I'm not planning on ever using him, he is registered because why on earth not? If you've got the free spot, may as well register him, right? So, today we don't have any real big games at our end of the table. It's very much a case of mid-table teams or very good teams going up against the worst teams. So we of course want Fulham to win away to Barnsley. We then have Middlesbrough and Stoke. We want Stoke to lose against Middlesbrough. Ipswich Bournemouth is a game that doesn't really matter to us. Millwall Derby doesn't really matter to us. Reading we want to beat Portsmouth. And then tomorrow there is a couple of interesting games. The main one being Hull City versus Sheffield Wednesday. Now of course we're not going to stick around to see how that one goes. You'll see from the league table in the next one how that one went, but there's that. We then have Luton taking on Blackburn, the Sunderland Leeds. Of course, we want Leeds United to probably pick up that one, although as you can see, Leeds are having a rough season right now, down in 17th. Swansea takes on Nottingham Forest. We want Forest in that. West Brom, Bristol City. I don't think that's a game that's going to really affect us, but enough rambling from me. Let's head on over into the tactical meeting screen. As you can see, rather disappointing crowd here today. Only 7,055 tickets sold out of an 8,512 capacity. We are going to apply the opposition instructions now. Our assistant is suggesting to go from a positive to a balanced mentality, considering this is possibly the easiest game for us. We're at home against the next worst team. We've got to go for it. We've got to go positive, at least 19 degrees Celsius calm. So we're not going to change that one, but let's head on into the team. And as you can see, our team for today, this is our brand new lineup. Hall is going to now be on that right-hand side. I've had a look at him relative to Jaden Williams. Hall can just cross the ball. We have been tweaking, by the way, some of the individual training as well. I noticed what we was teaching them didn't really match up to what they was doing. There's many players playing out of position in terms of their training. Many players not learning stuff that there should be, like Jaden Williams sucks at crossing. He really needs to learn crossing. So I took over individual training, doing all that myself now, but don't need to ramble on about that. No, what we want to do is have a little look at the team. So the team here today is George in goal, the backline of Fleming, Terry, Adipan, Shakin, Stevens, who by the way had a rather good debut himself, Rowley and Sorensen in central midfield. On the wings is Lou Barlow and Halls, Byers in between, and the big girthy meat up front. A bench consisting of Prisbeck, Klein, Shipley, Goss, Lawless, Berahino and Williams. But without further ado, let's get in that dressing room. Okay, so the positive side of me is really tempted to go for a punch fist, go out there and impress me lads, but you know what, this is a big game, we've got to be a little bit more assertive. Let's point our finger and say we expect a win here today. This is the one game we expect to win. Byers likes it, Hall likes it, and so does George. So we don't want to see any mistakes from you, George, in goal. Our goalkeepers really have been messing up for us lately. George, I believe, against Stoke had his error. We had some errors with Prisbeck in the cup. So, Stoke, by the way, nice early goal for them against Middlesbrough. That's a little bit worrying. Ipswich, though, 1-1 against Bournemouth. Nice, interesting game going on there. And thankfully, Middlesbrough has equalised, ladies and gents. But Portsmouth has also gone 1-0 up against Reading. So, nice job from Middlesbrough. Now 3-1 up. Bournemouth also has had a player sent off. Oh, no, sorry, he's injured. I thought he got sent off for a second. I saw red, thought he got sent off. I'm just used to our players getting sent off, I guess. So, Portsmouth 1-0 up at the moment. We do need to start getting some highlights, though. This has been a rather dull first half. 53% of the ball. Been doing okay on possession, but need to do something with it. So, it's time for everyone to dig deep. Exactly. Can we do a bit of punch fists? Everyone dig deep. Let's do this, lads. As you can see, Hall is on 6.4. There's a few players struggling in this one. Defensively, we're not doing too bad. Will Adiapan on 6.5, though. Do need a little bit more from you. But right now, we're just going to relax and pray Hall and Sorensen don't get them sent off. But Burrows throws it in. Oh, nice inception. Nodded on to Sorensen. Sorensen plays it back to Rowley. Rowley, where's he going to go with this one? It's a ball through to Byers. Byers has a little bit of space. Oh, come on, Byers. George Byers, second goal of the season. Now, it was a risky one to have him in the starting lineup. I could have put Lawless in after his beautiful effort last game against Stoke. But George gone and repaid us for leaving him in the lineup. Georges Baez has just gone and smashed it into that upper right hand corner. What a curling effort. Ladies and gents, 1-0 lead. Come on. We've moved up to 20th out of that relegation zone. And we're almost in substitution time. But the Knight will play it inside to Vickers. Vickers over to the Baron. They've got some great names in their team, by the way. Baron back tonight. Back up to the Baron. The Baron should get dispossessed here by Sorensen. Instead, those ran straight through. Adiapan plays a tackle. And Cooney gets a one-on-one effort, thankfully. Doesn't amount to anything, but that was way too risky. The slide tackle really did not pay off. Will Adiapan on a 6-6. We've got Shakin Stevens, who's a little bit tired. We've got a tired, yellow-carded Sorensen. Is on a 6.8 rating, though. Hall is tired, yellow, and playing bad. You know what? I think we take the trio of yellow cards off. I know Big Garfimeet's tired and a few others are tired, but I think we need to take these cards off. We've seen what happens when I leave someone on a yellow card on the pitch. So, Goss, go there. Berahino to this side. Williams to this side, and let's see if Williams' individual training for crossing has been working out. His weakest aspect, Ipswich, by the way, 4-1 up against Bournemouth. They're having a nice time at home. Nice inception there by Berahino. Plays it back to Terry. Now Terry finds Fleming. Fleming ball over the top. Can Byers get a second one? Come on, Byers. Come on, Byers. Oh, Steer pokes it out. 65th minute corner as Byers should be the one to take it, I believe. Is it Byers? No, Goss. Goss is going to come on and take it. Whips it in. Terry. Adiapan now. Edge of the box. Takes it from... Adiapan thought he was a striker. What an effort. Unfortunate. That was pretty darn close considering there's a centre-back. Middlesbrough 4-1 up. Ipswich 4-1 up. But the important one. We're 1-0 up right now. Byers plays it back to Shakin Stevens. Into Goss. Up to Byers now. Tries to get it back to Goss. Vickers will intercept it though. And Vickers will just hoof it up. But Adiapan should win this one nice and easily. Up to Shakin Stevens. He finds Goss. Now to Byers. Ball over to Williams. Williams goes and plays it back. It's now played back up to Byers. Inside Shakin Stevens. Williams has plenty of space in the middle. Can he get a goal from this? Williams. That was not a bad little run from Williams. Currently, we don't have a rating for Williams, of course. Not been on for long enough. Byers is on 7-3 though. Look at all that green. Looks so good. Goss whips it in. Rowley can't get onto it though, as Steers will come out and collect that one. So 6.6 out of the big Gerfy meet is a little bit disappointing. 6.6 out of Jaden Williams, but rest of the team looking pretty darn solid. So can we hold on? Goss whips it in. Berahino. It's Matt Hancock to try and get onto it. Probably not Matt, but still Hancock. Ball over to the big Gerfy meet. The meet not able to penetrate this time, but came close. Just tickle the edge. Round the rim. Ladies and gents, we picked up a victory. We finally won a game, and look at the back. Goalkeeper, 7.5. Brandon, 7.9. 7.5 for Terry, 7.1 for Addy Pan, and 7.9 for Shakin Stevens. Our best performer. Unlucky Brandon. Shakin Stevens was just slightly better than you here today. Both of you got 7.9, but apparently he did slightly more. Now, Rowley on a 7.4 also had a great game. Also, Byers narrowly missing out Shakin Stevens as well on the 7.9, and he managed to get himself that goal. So I don't know how he was beaten to it by Shakin Stevens. He must have done a lot of work in defence. Williams on 6.5. He played okay from what we saw. Didn't really see anything bad with him. That rating, I think, is a little bit harsh. Berahino on a 6.6 again. I feel that's a little harsh. Goss had a solid job on a 6.9. 6.7 out of the big Gerfy meet. You know what? No one really played particularly bad in this one. Hall, I didn't see him do anything particularly bad. He just didn't really do a whole lot. So, nice, solid game out of the lads. As you can see, it was a pretty close game in the end. 14 shots to 13, 8 to 5. Almost 50-50 on the possession. We were just better in our passing and made use of the ball. So, I think we are going to head on over to Sheffield Wednesday, I believe, in the next one. Don't hold me to that. I can't quite remember. But I thank you all for joining us in this one. Hopefully you all have a lovely night and goodbye.